We've been banned from Costco because we made a slip and slide out of vegetable oil and went down the aisles naked. This is the Poddamn Idiotz Podcast.
Space is the final frontier. Then this is just the pit stop at the rest area that is near.
It's a Poddamn Idiotz Podcast. 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 In your ear.
In your ear.
Pod. Poddamn it. Poddamn it. Poddamn Idiotz Podcast.
Poddamn Idiotz.
Poddamn it.
From the Anplex Studios in Battle Creek, Michigan, the Red Room in Spadeland, and the Scorpion Room in San Marcos, Texas, this is the Poddamn Idiotz Podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are here. It is episode 37. We've made 37 of these motherfuckers. 39 if you count the quarantine episodes. And, we're looking like a love triangle here. So, to my left, we have Mr. Red Wings himself, the bald man. He likes to be Dr. Evil in his spare time. He is J Hizzle.
Thank you.
Below the two of us, he is in
I ain't
Texas.
blowing nobody.
Below the two of us, he resides in Texas. He also has the same name because, well, that's how creative we are. This is Texas.
Howdy.
Is he in evil, Texas?
Quasi-evil.
Semi-evil? The Diet Coke of evil? 1 calorie, not evil enough.
And finally, rounding out the top three, the elite three, he is the Poddamn World Champion with lack of sleep. He is Ric Spade.
Woo!
Are we going to get like a cease and desist letter like the Bucks do because we did that?
Well, we didn't add in the too sweet. Oh, wait, now we will.
I don't even know what we're talking about.
Don't worry about it. It's a wrestling thing.
Did we do something evil?
Yes, we did something very evil.
All right, then. We should hold it ransom for $1 billion.
I agree.
So tell me, how was everyone's week?
I guess I'll go ahead and start. My week wasn't bad. After we did our last podcast, I went and wasted the rest of my stimulus. Well, not the rest of my stimulus check, but most of my stimulus check and bought something I've always wanted.
Condoms?
And that'd be a bearded dragon.
Oh, yeah. I remember now. You sent the pictures to us, and my first response was, man, you can get anything from DoorDash.
Yes, you did. Other than that, I worked. I did a couple days of door dashing. Kind of got a small injury at work by slipping and falling and kind of spraining my left wrist.
He also sprained his
Be
penis.
slow. Be so happy. We'll be so proud of you.
Were
you running?
No, I was checking something and slipped.
He also sprained it. He sprained his penis too. Show him your penis cast.
Was that what you were checking?
No, that was not what I was checking.
Okay.
Other than that,
still there. Shit.
So I'm kind of on light duty. Yeah, today and tomorrow.
Oh, like you're replacing light bulbs or what? Light duty?
Light work duty, so I get to drive around in the giant sweeper truck the next few days and get paid for it. So,
Well, congratulations.
Other than that, I don't really have much else going on. How about you there in the red district?
Well, let's see here. I got my stimulus check finally. I picked up some new games, which we're going to debut one this week on the podcast. Ooh, spoiler alert. Found out we're just waiting on the suspension for my truck to arrive so they can put that on. So hopefully I'll get that back soon. What else? Anything else good? Oh, I decided on what my next tattoo is going to be. So,
Really? What's that?
I'd have to send it to you guys in the group chat.
He's gonna get an octopus down there by his genitals, but one of the tentacles is gonna be his penis.
That is a great idea. That might be number 13.
Is it gonna be purple? Like Al?
It could be. I haven't decided yet.
Okay.
But no. Other than that, I've just been hanging out with my kids. I just sent you a picture of what I want to get. And that's kind of what I've been doing. But before we get to J Hizzle, we had a special video from the Jazz since he's not going to be here this week. So
yeah, he's missing. I thought the room looks different, and by room I mean the Zoom.
You just now was like, oh yeah, there's something wrong here.
It's like, well, yeah, I'm like, oh man,
it's a much smaller room.
Yeah, so something's missing. Where'd the southern accent go?
All right, so he sent this to me on location, so take it away, Jazz.
Hello, listeners. Jazz here. I will be out for this evening's podcast. I am currently in hunt of the elusive snipe. Yeah, snipe. Once I have met my bag quota, I will return. Hopefully, that will be next week. But until then, I'll leave you with these words of wisdom. Hockey is back. Nothing else matters. There's one.
You got it, Jazz! Oh yeah!
What the heck? Who is he hunting with?
Some
Billy
guy
Bob.
named Billy Bob.
So is this some redneck down south or what? No offense to rednecks, I get sunburnt too.
Apparently, but I guess they got it. So I'm not sure what a snipe looks like, and it was dark, but yeah.
Is Guzzlebird still there? Because
Yeah.
he almost said Guzzlebird. He's not missing, is he?
No, he's here.
Oh, okay.
You're here, right? Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
By the way, though, my cousin Eduardo's missing, so if anybody's seen him, please contact me at 265-555-0159. Yeah.
If that's actually somebody's real number.
Well, fuck them. J Hizzle, how was your week?
It's been a good week. No complaints. Work's going good. Just getting a lot of stuff done there. I've been working on my New Year's goals. So I've been exercising 5 days a week. So that's good. Eating a little healthier. And then hockey season has started. So the last 2 nights I've been watching hockey pretty much all night. So I haven't gotten a lot of sleep, but it's just so nice that it's back. Even though the Red Wings disappointed me the other night, but that's okay because I was watching them still. And they were in the game till the very end due to their amazing new goalie, Thomas Greiss.
Yeah, that was not what you were saying in the fucking group chat, Mr. I'm going to throw my team under the bus. Oh, they suck already. One fucking game. One fucking game.
They did suck already. That's
No,
true.
one fucking game. You're like, oh, they're not even going to get to 20. You're basing it on one fucking game. Like, boy.
The game, it looked like almost nothing changed from last season, except for goaltending and the defense played better as far as no break.
They didn't allow 5 goals.
Because of the what I just said, the goaltending.
So see, there was a difference.
Okay, Jay.
And the defense was better.
Jay, how long has it been since they played?
Almost a year.
310 days. 310 days.
I know you'd expect
Okay.
something to look different.
There's other teams that were actually playing. until September.
Yeah, I don't.
The Hurricanes being one of them.
Difference. The Hurricanes are one of the best teams in the NHL, and they made the last game the Red Wings played was against them, and they beat them 5-2. So I guess 3-0 is a little better, but we got to score next game. It's been almost a year since we scored.
It's been 2 years since I scored, so
You played hockey a couple of? Oh, okay.
Actually, 3 years.
I didn't know that.
It's been since.
I haven't been on the ice for.
Shut up, Rick.
But anyway, so I'm really happy though that hockey's here, and it's like I said, working hard. And I've been drinking coffee each morning, which is different for me. Just one glass, and it's cold brew, but it's supposed to have good health effects for you. I do feel more alert. So, but yeah, it's been a good week. No complaints.
On the upside, though, my Knights won, so there's that.
Yeah, the Knights, they should be good. Their division is interesting. Half the division's really good, and half the division's really not. So we'll see. They got 2 teams that are probably the most popular ones to choose to win the Cup are St. Louis and Colorado. No offense to Tampa Bay, it's just really hard to repeat, so people aren't picking them as much. But so Vegas will have to try to maneuver around those 2 teams. But otherwise, the rest of the division is very beatable. Minnesota, they're okay.
Well, Tampa Bay beat Chicago tonight 5-2, right?
I'm looking at the score. The Philadelphia is up 5-2 on Pittsburgh, which is hilarious because Pittsburgh's gonna be 0-2. So even if the Red Wings lose tomorrow, they're no worse than Pittsburgh.
Well, it was 3-2 when we started our Zoom before we started the show, and it ended at 5-2. So
let's go Flyers.
Ooh, Washington beat Buffalo again. So this is interesting. So they're and we're pretty much going to news anyways. So we'll just hop into sports first instead. But yeah, so everyone's playing each other like 2 games in a row at least, just because of how travel is. So Washington will beat Buffalo twice. Philadelphia,
except the Canadian teams.
Yeah, they're a little different up there.
Because Toronto played Montreal in their first game, and then they played Ottawa.
And it's Ottawa 5, Toronto 3 with 4 minutes and 56 seconds to go.
Sorry, what were you saying?
Maybe I'll check in on that. Oh, it's interesting because there's been 1, 2, 3 sweeps so far. Washington 2-0, Philadelphia 2-0, Tampa Bay 2-0. So it'll be interesting to see if St. Louis can pull it off tonight or not. So, which that will be tough because the Avalanche are really good, but St. Louis is really good too. So it's all so exciting. Beginning of hockey season. If the Red Wings could at least keep it competitive tomorrow, I'll be pretty happy. If they win, I'd be ecstatic, but at least keep it close and score a goal. We gotta get some goals. I just want to see progress.
Nope, you already threw them under the bus. You think they're going to lose, so.
Well, they still might lose, but I can see progress and have them lose. It was just a very disappointing performance, especially considering how good Grice played.
It's okay. It wasn't as bad as Beaslow, who before the game, well, I could see him win 20. Then after the game, they're not going to win 15.
Well, here's one thing, though. They only have to win more than 13 to be better than last year, because in their first 56 games last year, they only won 13. So if they win 14, it's an improvement.
Well, let's just face it. The Blackhawks suck. They play them 8 times. That should be 8 wins.
They are going to win some games against the Blackhawks. The Blackhawks in the same will probably win a couple games against us because they're in the same boat.
All right. So
it's a good rivalry. So
we have more sports news?
Hockey news. Hockey's back, baby. Woo! And it's going well. Besides Dallas, Florida, which has been postponed because Dallas is just finishing up their training camp because they started late due to the virus. But
didn't they have like 15 COVID cases?
Something crazy like that. But now they're all good because they have players coming in from all different countries and stuff. So I think that kind of messed it up. But hopefully they'll follow the rules now that they're there and it'll be good. And then also NHL saw record TV ratings on opening night, and that makes me excited. I'm glad to see that people are excited about hockey and watching the game. So,
well, people don't give 2 craps about basketball anymore, so they might hockey has a chance of becoming the third most popular sport.
Yeah, I mean,
nothing's going to remove football and baseball right now. Basketball keeps shooting itself in the foot by basically alienating their fan base by having millionaires who make $40 million contracts. I'm not happy with my team. Trade me or I'm not playing.
then you don't get paid, baby. But yeah, I don't know how there is so much. I think a lot of it's TV deals and stuff for the NBA because attendance-wise, hockey is one of the better attended sports. But hockey fans there's not as many hockey fans, but they seem to be the most passionate of all the sports fans. Obviously, there's the most football fans, probably the most casual football fans too. You know, people that don't necessarily love the team, but they like to go watch it with their friends and stuff, which I totally get. So,
Yeah,
but I will say
hockey has a chance of taking down basketball as the third most popular sport. So
that'd be cool. One thing about hockey, though, is I have taken friends to different types of sporting events that don't like sports. And the one sport where I was like, yeah, I'll go is hockey. Even non-sports people usually like to see hockey live just because it's fast action and good atmosphere and the hitting and all that. So
That's why I watch wrestling.
And the girls, right?
Well, yeah.
I like girl wrestlers. Just saying. I want like the front row. That'd be kind of cool.
I did that at that one TNA house show I went to with the kids and my ex, and Velvet Sky went through the ropes, and I had a nice picture of her ass, just saying.
Wouldn't have been something of like if she went too far and like fell into you?
That would have been great. No, wait, are we saying like fell into me like, hey, vagina in the cockhole, or?
No, I don't see how that would happen. Literally just like she got, hit or something, and I don't know, somehow she went into the audience. Every now and then like a hockey player breaks through the glass.
You have a cockhole?
What?
I said cockhole just to see if I could confuse him, and it worked. So there we go.
Anyway,
it's kind of like a glory hole. You figure they had the rails there, so it'd be like a cock hole.
Ah, okay.
This is just getting derailed.
You realize what show you're on, right?
Ah, crap! I don't know anything anymore.
This isn't yarn time with Betty Sue, okay? This is the Poddamn Idiotz Podcast. I'm literally naked behind me in the picture.
Oh, I thought you meant like you don't have pants on.
I might not.
I guess you might not. Oh,
his kids are there. I hope he at least has pants on.
Tom Brady and Drew Brees are taking each other on this weekend in football. I'm kind of excited. I'm hoping Brees can go out on top and win one more Super Bowl. What a great way from the ride into the sunset. I'm cheering hard. Drew. All right. And let's go into some interesting news. I feel this is ridiculous. And this guy, first off, there should be a way around this, but so there's this guy named Stephen Thomas of San Francisco, and he forgot his password to get into his Bitcoin account. And
I heard about this.
This is ridiculous. Apparently, there's no way to recover it. How can you not recover a password? So he has Bitcoin.
It's one of those hard drives that doesn't have like a forget password thing.
Oh, crap, you're right, because it's all digital. So this guy owns Bitcoin, but he can't get to it. He has $220 million worth of Bitcoin locked away in a hard drive. They'll erase its data after 10 password attempts. Oh my! And
he's on number 8.
Like this is first off, it's almost there's got to be something someone can do. Like some professional hack. Like, how does it just go away? $220 million worth of Bitcoin just locked in a hard drive. It makes me sick to my stomach for him. So the German-born programmer lost a piece of paper containing the password. You sort of question your own self-worth. What kind of person loses something this important? I feel you, Thomas. I don't know. The answer is you, apparently. No, I mean, it seems like it's something that could happen to anyone. I'm sure when he bought Bitcoin, he didn't think it was going to go to what it was, but he probably didn't think that there'd be no way to recover it. But you know what he said? I sort of realized how I was going to define my self-worth going forward. It wasn't going to be about how much money I have in my bank account. So Thomas said he told a story to help prevent others from forgetting their passwords. Yeah, that's insane.
First of all, why would you just put it on one fucking piece of paper? That's my first question. Because seriously, if it's something that important that you have fucking currency, money on, you're not going to forget that fucking password. Okay? That's one. Two, why would you pick a password that you wouldn't fucking be able to remember in the first place?
It's true.
Okay? All my passwords have something that I can remember. Whether it's, a family member, whether it's a fucking vehicle, whether it's a fucking sport, whether it's a fucking animal. It's something I can fucking remember.
All of his passwords are Rick likes it in the butt 23.
He's going to be so happy, though, someday if he finds it.
Now they can access my OnlyFans, damn it.
I'm guessing he's not going to try 2 more times just because he's going to wait in case he ever finds the thing. But now you can buy it, in the exchanges, and you should be just fine. But that's rough. That's rough. I feel for that guy for sure. But I'm glad he's handling it well and not, some people would probably be really sad and depressed. I'm not saying he wasn't sad and depressed, but I like his attitude. And you know what? Maybe he'll invest in the next, cryptocurrency that's going to go big. And
Dogecoin.
Yeah, I'm going to get some Dogecoin, actually. So.
Dogecoin.
It's almost back to a penny.
Yeah. All right. Ooh, I found a job for many of us, really. There's a website in the United States, and they're offering $500 for a short-term job. Be a professional binge watcher, willing to watch Netflix and eat pizza. Oh my gosh, that's me right there. I should probably see if I can get on this. So let's see. Bonus Finder, a website dedicated to reviewing and offering deals for illegal gambling sites. Said the professional binge watcher will be called on to watch and review 3 series of Netflix while eating pizza takeout from various locations. This sounds amazing.
Do they buy the pizza and the takeout?
Yeah, everything's on them, and you get $500. So you just have to review each series based on story and plot lines. So the person will also rate the pizzas they sample for appearance and color, base texture and taste, top ingredient quality, flavor, cheese, gooiness, and value for the money. Man, this is me. I should do this, even though I've been eating healthier, but, I can binge for a weekend or something.
It really depends on what they're having me review, though, because if they're going to make me watch, the Winx series that's coming on January 22nd, I'm not going to want to watch that for $500. I can't keep focused.
You know what they're gonna have you? You know what they'd have you watch? The Tiger King, starring Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, but he'd watch it just so he could critique it and tear it apart.
No, I'd probably want to commit suicide, like I thought about doing the last time I watched a fucking Nick Cage movie.
Well, at least that pizza. Man, pizza sounds so good, but I'm done eating the rest of the night. All right. There's some records. I like to look at records. A Taiwan man blows 783 bubbles inside of a larger bubble for the world record. Wow. So this is Soap Bubble Master. He broke a Guinness World Record by, how do you do that? He blew 783 mini bubbles inside of a large bubble. First off, who even thinks of this thing? These are creative people when they're like, I bet no one's ever blown bubbles into a bubble before. I'm going to break the record for that.
There's such a sexual joke in there somewhere.
There might be. I don't know. The feat earned Chang the record for most soap bubbles blown inside one larger bubble. So Chang used the larger bubble wand to control the larger bubble while he blew the smaller bubbles from the side. It's crazy. He also has the record for most bounces of soap bubble. And one more world record. A gardener sets the southern hemisphere record with a pumpkin. This pumpkin, it weighs, man, it's amazing how big these pumpkins can get. And you don't really, I guess you get a lot of pumpkin seeds from them. But does anyone really eat the pumpkin? You just eat the seeds, right?
Unless you're making pumpkin pie.
What is pumpkin pie made from? The inside of the pie? Or the pumpkin?
The pumpkin itself. You use the
Really?
skin and everything, I believe.
You just
Like-
it's everything but
Or
the
you
guts.
could peel the skin.
I've never had any idea. Like, I don't know what pumpkin pie is actually made of. I mean, I guess you would assume
It's-
pumpkin, but
It's crushed pumpkin.
wow, okay. Well, then I also learned what a joey was the other day too. Did I ask you guys already what a joey? Yeah,
You asked me what
Yes,
it
you
was, and
did.
I knew the answer. And you asked me why and how I knew that.
I only found one person that didn't know what a joey was, and that was Captain B Slow. Thank goodness.
I wanted to say something smart ass. Yeah, it's the guy from Friends.
Hey,
How
Joey.
you doing?
Well,
How you doing?
about your dreams. It was the name of my waitress from back in the day, but apparently it's a baby kangaroo too. Her parents must have liked kangaroos. All right, but this pumpkin weighed 1,911 pounds. It's amazing. Like basically a 2,000-pound pumpkin. That's just it's crazy. So he said,
That's pretty fucked up considering, most cars don't weigh that much.
I know. That thing could crush a car. Oliver said his pumpkin would have been even larger if its growth hadn't been slowed by heat waves. Stupid summer heat. Probably should have put some suntan lotion on that pumpkin. So, but yeah, that's pretty crazy. Very, very interesting.
I got a piece of news for you.
Okay, I have one more story too, but you can
Okay,
go ahead.
Go ahead and do yours.
Okay, my last story. Australia. Oh no, this is awful. Rick knows what this story is. Australia to kill racing pigeon that crossed Pacific from Oregon. What the heck? A racing pigeon survived an 8,000-mile crossing from the U.S. to Australia to find a new home. But the authorities consider the bird a quarantine risk and plan to murder it.
I have an update on that story.
Oh my gosh. Did he die? Was it like a beheading or?
Nope, there's actually a society for animals that there's a little tape on its leg. If you looked at the picture, it's a blue piece of tape.
Yep.
And they said that tape was fake, so they saved the pigeon because of that. So he's still alive.
All right, he's still
Thank
alive.
God.
So are they still planning on killing it, or are they gonna let it live?
I think they're hoping that it'll go away.
Okay.
But
I mean, it's a racing bird. He's bred for speed.
right.
But that's just crazy. 8,000 miles just flying. Like that must be considered like a marathon for a bird. But anyway, that's the news that I got, and Texas has something he'd like to share.
Actor Bruce Willis was removed from a Los Angeles CVS for refusing to wear a mask.
That'd be scary trying to remove him.
After being removed, he did a public statement saying, "Oh, what I did was wrong. Wear a mask."
Well,
Or do you say yippee-ki-yay?
well, one of the reasons why they were pissed off was apparently he had a bandana around his neck and wouldn't pull that up either. So it's like, what's the point if you have one with you if you're not gonna fucking?
It's fashion. Why would you put a fashion bandana over your face?
He's Bruce Willis, and he can do what he wants. You all are just peasants.
Except for shopping at CVS. So
Why is he at CVS?
He's
I came out
old.
to
He
see what
needs
the
medicines.
Yeah. I came out to see what the peasants were up to. Don't you talk to me, peasant.
I love how you think that like celebrities like have to go to like rich people pharmacies to get their shit. A lot of
they
people.
have people
have-
go out for them.
That's not true. I've seen fucking celebrities go out all the time just randomly doing stuff. Hey, look at me. I'm grocery shopping at Costco.
That'd be cool. I want to
Is
be there.
that when you went slip and sliding naked with the vegetable oil?
Hey, that was one of the best times I ever had, except for when I ran into those stuffed animals. Because I was a little sticky, and I think some of the fluff came out, and it was stuck in my asshole. Anyways, moving on.
Any more news, Texas?
No.
You know what that means? It is time for the game of the week. Game of the week. Take it away, Rick.
As you can tell, I'm very hyped up today. That's what happens when you get a nap in.
I'm all hopped up a Mountain Dew.
Pepsi.
I'm gonna come at you like a spider monkey.
Anyways, it's time for a new game this week. So, I went on Amazon. I was looking up some fun adult quiz type games, and I found Mind Crushers.
Amazon.com.
It's
So-
funny you said adult games, but they have a kid on the box.
Well, if you read some of these, it's going to blow your fucking mind. So, how it's going to work is I'm going to read one of these for each one of us. Then you're going to answer it, and then you're going to probably explain why. So,
Or will I? Bum, 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 bum.
oh, you probably will.
Hmm.
All right, I'm going to start with J Hizzle.
All right.
All right. Yours is the fraternity of capitalist democracy.
Okay.
Here's your question. Is our entire educational system an elaborate hazing ritual for the fraternity of capitalist democracy, to which we all belong? Like, we're basically just torturing our kids to make them loyal to our fucked up culture, right?
No.
Thank God he got this one.
I don't think that's necessarily true.
Actually, I have something on this that we'll cover in Southern Charm.
Oh, really? I mean, I don't think I'm just gonna say no. I don't think politics is like a frat or anything. It's just everything's messed up because we just keep electing the same old people that are out of touch with the rest of us, and then they divide us even more by not getting along, and for whatever reason we start taking sides, and then we just blow everything out of proportion. But anyway.
That's very thought-provoking. I appreciate your insight with actual answer.
Oh, thank you.
Texas.
Yeah.
Extremely stone time question, and it says on here extra thinky.
I'm gonna preface this by saying I have never been high in my life, so we'll see how this goes.
Fun fact: humans can only perceive a tiny sliver of the light that's out there, like less than 1% of the electromagnetic spectrum, X-rays, gamma rays, ultraviolet light, all that stuff that is totally invisible to our shitty monkey eyeballs. We're missing most of what's out there, guys. So, do you think the way we perceive time is just as shitty as the way we perceive light? What do you think we're missing out on?
What the hell game are we playing? I thought this was supposed to be fun, not some weird shit.
Make it fun. You got this.
Okay, what are we missing? We're missing foreskin on donkeys. I don't know.
I think he's trying to say no. Because let's be honest, why would we want to be able to see all the X-rays and all the, wavelengths coming off of our cell phones and all that? We would just see a bunch of lines in our face all the time. It'd be hard to see anything when you think about all the different waves that are going through the air. And it'd be hard to drive. It would just suck. We'd be like, I wish I didn't see all this. So I'm okay with that. And as far as time goes, I don't think there's alternate times that are in front of our face. I mean, you need a DeLorean in order to go time travel. Everyone knows this. So, but the problem is real DeLoreans can't make it up to 85 miles per hour because they're really not that good at cars, which is funny that they use a DeLorean. So no, we're definitely not
miles per hour.
Thank you, Texas, for answering that because I had no answer.
You're welcome.
All right, here's my question. Honey, I fucked up.
Really? You get ones like that, and me and Justin get some weird exponential shit?
I'm picking them off the top, all right? Okay. Let's see how this works. If your husband was an inventor and he accidentally shrunk your kids down to the size of tiny bugs,
Oh, I know that. Yep.
and there was no way to undo it, and one of them just got eaten by a bird, would you still love your husband?
Yeah, Rick, how would you feel if your husband did that?
Would you still love your husband, Rick?
Would you still love him, Rick, if your husband shrunk your kids and then one died?
Remember,
Because-
Rick, till death do us part with you and your husband. For better or worse, for richer or for poor.
Aren't you glad I read it as it was and not changed it so it said wife, just so I can make you guys feel better? Well,
I feel good.
Well, here's my thought. My significant other shrunk my kids, and one of them died because of something they did. So no, not at all. No,
The kid deserved to die, is what you're saying.
that is not what I said. I said
Okay.
I think you said the exact opposite of what you just said.
I said I'm pissed that I'm pissed that
He's pissed that his husband shrunk the kids and one of them died.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought he meant he wouldn't be pissed at his husband. No, because the kid was doing something he shouldn't have done and got eaten by the bird because he was being stupid. I totally
Well, I mean, you still
misunderstood.
have the other kids. You can just keep his mini kids.
Someone once told me that's the reason they had multiple kids was in case something happened to one. Or maybe that was a joke on TV. I don't remember.
Oh.
So what was your answer? You'd be mad then?
Yeah, I would not love my husband anymore. Fuck him.
Oh, man. Husbands.
J Hizzle.
Oh, that's me.
This is the vortex of infinite money.
Oh, I
Well,
like that.
he might like this one.
Okay, there's a vortex in your bathroom that spews out money whenever you want it.
Hey.
Also, it's a talking vortex, and it's like, hey, I'm a talking vortex, and I have infinite money inside me. You need any cash? It's for real. What will you do with the vortex? How will you protect it? What will happen to the world?
Well, first off, I'll just be friends with the vortex because clearly it's giving me infinite money. Second off, I'm going to make sure no one knows about the vortex because if they do, let's be honest, then there'd be no way to protect it. So maybe like their most trusted person or something. But otherwise, I'm just going to make sure that no one ever hears or knows about the vortex and no one ever goes and listen. What room is it in? The bathroom or just a room?
Bathroom.
Just going to make that bathroom's going to have an out of order sign. I'll have enough money I can build another bathroom. So yeah, I'll just be, and then I'll just make something up that I won the lottery. No one will ever know the difference. And they'll think that's where I get all my millions of dollars from. So, and eventually I'll just invest it until it's making its own money. I won't even need the vortex necessarily. So with
Then
that,
you'll give it to your friend Texas.
well, I'll help you guys out anyway, but it's best that no one knows about the vortex. I feel like that'd be dangerous.
You at least need to have a way to let your people know about the vortex after you die.
Oh yeah, that's like I said, maybe like one or two like people that value me living because I feel like if someone found out, they would like kill to get to it. So
So out of the 5 of us on the podcast, which 2 are you telling?
I'm just telling Jazz because if anyone tries to get to it, then no one's gonna mess with him.
You hear that? You, me, and Be Slow suck.
But you guys will still get a lot of money.
Okay, that's fair. Texas. It's not a big deal.
No, I know it's not. It's not that big. What deal?
I'm reading it just like it's written. You just found out that your husband has been cheating on you with a clone of himself. And that has been going on for like 5 years. He doesn't think it's a big deal. What do you think?
Cheating is cheating. It doesn't matter if it's a clone, a twin. It doesn't matter. Cheating is cheating.
He's fucking himself. That's what cracks me up.
Man, husbands are horrible people. They can't be trusted.
I'm gonna guess a girl made this game.
I don't know. All right. Let's see what I got. 12. Angry Minds.
Ooh, extra thinky.
Extra thinky. Is there just one all-powerful decider up there in your head, choosing everything you do, or is there a whole crowded room of angry people arguing with each other over what to do?
This is you, right?
Yeah, this is me. Well, see, here's the thing. Some days I'm upset, some days I'm happy. Some days I just run my mouth. Some days I like to play video games. Some days I just want to sleep. I honestly think that there's a whole crowd of fucking people up there. The whole fucking room is on fire. It's like that episode of was it Futurama or Family Guy? You know where like oh no, you know what it was? It was SpongeBob. It was SpongeBob.
Ah, yes.
You remember when SpongeBob was sitting up there and he had his mind trying to go and he was trying to remember all this stuff that Squidward taught him about having a fancy restaurant.
So he
And
threw
all-
everything else away.
Right.
I was trying to remember so many things.
And then there was like the 4 or 5 other SpongeBobs and like, yeah, you don't actually exist, but like filing cabinets were on fire and he was losing his mind. Yeah, that's how it is up there. I'm pretty sure. Because I never know which Rick I'm getting.
Sounds like it's kind of like the United States Congress if they're in your head.
So, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. J Hizzle.
Yo, 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 yo.
Fucker.
What the heck?
I have no clue. I haven't read this yet. Hi, I'm Porky the Pig Fucker. I fuck pigs. Just gonna come right out and say it. Now, this might make you feel uncomfortable. It's okay. That's perfectly normal. But ask yourself, you eat pigs. Is it really so much worse to fuck a pig than to murder and eat a pig? Are you really so superior to me?
Yes. That is really a lot worse. Because you literally, I'm guessing this is a guy. This could be a girl. No, it's gotta be a guy, unless the girl's turning the pig on. But yeah, he's literally sticking his dick in a pig. That's called bestiality. I feel like it's even immoral. It's probably dangerous, especially with a big pig. He'll eat anything.
You said that. All I could think of is Puma from the Lion King. He's a big pig. You can be a big pig too. Hi.
So it's just so wrong on so many levels. I mean, animals were put on this earth to eat as food. They weren't put on this earth to screw. So yeah, I definitely. Yes, I don't like to say I'm superior to someone, but I'm definitely in the right and they're not.
See, he went Puma, and the only thing I could think of, and I don't know why, and I'm blaming this fucking game, was, what does a pig orgasm sound like?
Oh boy.
Texas,
Yeah.
but it feels so good.
Oh God.
So, guys, it turns out that every bubble in bubble wrap is actually a protective dome around a vast universe containing trillions of alien souls. Fuck! You gonna stop popping those bubbles now?
Nope.
Yes. Oh wait, it's not me. Sorry.
You gonna kill some aliens?
I love popping bubble wrap.
Even if you knew you were murdering people.
Trillions of people. Per
I'm
bubble. Per
murdering
bubble.
aliens. I don't care.
What if we were in a bubble and then we're about to be popped by someone who doesn't care?
No, good for them. It actually be better than what we're going through now with Congress and all that crap.
Oh boy, oh boy.
Oh boy, oh boy.
God's sexy son. I really regret picking this game right now.
Who's this one for you?
Yes, sir. Jesus. Pretty handsome guy.
Who's a
Great
carpenter?
public speaker. Cool ideas. So how many ladies and dudes do you think Jesus fucked back in his day? Ballpark.
I don't know if I want to hear your answer to this.
I don't know if I want to hear your answer to this. Mom, close your ears.
26. And then he got stoned.
Maybe he's just talking about someone named Jesus, not the Jesus.
Nope.
Did I ever tell you guys the story of when I moved down here and my dad had to go to court for something and I went with him, and outside the court it had like the lineup of everybody who had to go to court, and I was just reading it. It was like Jesus, 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 Jesus. Why are all these people naming their kids Jesus? Isn't that blasphemous? And my mom goes, Josh, that's Jesus. Oh, my bad.
Pretty funny.
See, you're learning so much from this game. All right, we'll do one more round because I can see us blowing a gasket if we keep going with this.
Probably.
J Hizzle.
All right, it's me.
Pay attention.
Chocolate.
Chocolate, forget it.
And it says not safe for work. So, the whole idea that chocolate is as good as sex, is that just some kind of chocolate industry propaganda?
How do you know?
Wow, Texas is so mean, thinking he knows things that he doesn't know. I'm gonna say it's just something made up to make you want to eat the chocolate. It's not true. Otherwise, just think men would be lined up eating chocolate all the time, every day. They'd just be stuffing their face chocolate.
You look like you got a thought down there. Do you want to chime in there, Texas?
No, I don't. I'm just making funny faces doing to amuse myself.
Are you eating chocolate?
I am not eating chocolate.
See? You'd be eating chocolate if that was true.
All right, Texas. Assholes or sweethearts? This is a simple one, but it has profound implications. Who do you think is actually happier, like day to day? Assholes or sweethearts?
That's actually really easy. It's an easy one. The assholes are happier because they don't give a damn what anyone thinks about them. They don't give a damn about anything. They could cut somebody off in the highway and not even give two craps about it if they crash or not. People that are sweethearts have a heart. They have a soul. They have a conscience. They can have a happy day all the time, but if someone says something bad to them, then they're going to feel bad. Assholes don't give a damn. So the assholes are happier.
Or they're assholes because they are unhappy. Damn. I realize this isn't up for debate. It's your answer. Sorry. My bad.
I mean, you guys can debate it. I'm good with that.
Well, my thought is usually people are assholes because they're not happy with their life or themselves, and that's why they're assholes.
Some people are assholes just because it makes them happy to make other people miserable.
Really? That's awful.
But sweethearts get fucked over a lot.
Exactly.
Because, you could sit there and care about somebody and always be there when they got a problem and always give them advice.
And then they could go and cheat on you.
Yep. Or they friend zone you. Or they say that you're not...
While they go and bang the guy who has a drug problem in the past and steal stuff. So assholes are happier.
But some sweethearts end up with a great guy or gal, and they're way happier than an asshole. So I don't know. I guess you could argue either way. I would have gone with sweethearts.
Well, that's because you're optimistic, J Hizzle. I'm a very pessimistic person.
Just saying, like, I know some sweethearts and they're very happy, I think.
Well,
Someday. Yeah. Anyway.
well, 2 out of the 3 people on this podcast ain't one of them.
All right.
All right.
That was
Hey.
the game of the week.
Hey, dipshit. There's still one more person.
Oh,
Rick still got to do his final one.
sorry. I thought
See,
we were ending.
look, he's being an asshole and he's happy about it.
I'm laughing. I'm being sweet. Rick, please talk about your husband some more.
What the fuck, Bruce Wayne?
You married Batman?
All right. What the fuck, Bruce Wayne? You're a
What?
billionaire. Why don't you just buy off the leadership of Gotham City and pass some legislation? That's a much better way to clean up the city than going around personally beating up criminals with your fist. What the fuck are you doing, dude? Is this really about Gotham, or is it all about you, Bruce? Let's take a moment to talk about Bruce Wayne. You know, that's a good point. Because Bruce Wayne probably could have just bought all of Gotham and then cleaned it up and did whatever he had to do and, take over the police and all that other stuff. But then, would he really be any better than any of the criminals? Personally, I enjoy the vigilante justice. I like the fact that he goes through and he beats the shit out of bad guys.
He also has the one rule of not killing, or at least in the movie series or the movie franchise. I don't know about.
Well, in the video game, he killed the Joker, and then if you watch the
And if you watch Batman Returns, he does strap that bomb to the one guy and then throw him over the ledge. So I'm guessing it's just the Christian Bale Batman.
I'll tell you what though, that
had the moral code.
That Dark Knight series that's on HBO Max, where it's the cartoon and he was a little bit older, and he literally shoots the Joker in the head in part 2. That was fucking phenomenal. Like, I never saw it coming. I was like, really? Did he really just shoot him in the fucking head? Yep, he sure did. So yeah, I think he's in the right for doing vigilante justice, fuck trying to buy off Gotham and being one of these corrupt politicians that is in charge of everything. So yeah, that was this week's Game of the Week. That was Mind Crushers. Next week, get ready for a little bit of adult-loaded questions. Also available on Amazon.com.
My mind has been crushed.
So does my hopes and dreams after playing that game.
And apparently Texas wants to take over Jazz's segment known as Southern Charm. So here it is. Never gets old.
No, it doesn't. I actually listened to the podcast while I was at work today because I was driving around, and when that part came on, I was, okay. So, in true Southern charm, I'm going to read something that was once said by George Carlin on stage. And a lot of this makes a lot of sense. And this was way back in maybe the 80s. So George Carlin knew this 30 years ago. There's a reason, education sucks. And it's the same reason that will never ever be fixed. It's never gonna get any better. Don't look for it. Be happy with what you have. Because the owners of this country don't want that. I'm talking about the real owners now. The big owners, the wealthy, the real owners, the big wealthy business interests that control things and make all the important decisions. Forget the politicians. They are irrelevant. The politicians are put there to give you the idea that you have freedom of choice. You don't. You have no choice. You have owners. They own you. They own everything. They own all the important lands. They own and control the corporations. They've long since bought and paid for the Senate and the Congress, the state house, the city halls. They got the judges in their back pocket, and they own the big media companies, so they control just about all the news and information you get to hear. They got you by the balls. They spend billions of dollars every year lobbying to get what they want. Well, we know what they want. They want more for themselves and less for everybody else. But I'll tell you what they don't want. They don't want the populations of citizens capable of critical thinking. They don't want well-informed, well-educated people capable of critical thinking. They're not interested in that. That doesn't help them. That's against their interest. That's right. They don't want people who are smart enough to sit around the kitchen table and think how badly they're getting fucked by the system that threw them overboard 30 years ago. They don't want that. You know what they want? They want obedient workers, people who are just smart enough to run the machines and do the paperwork. Excuse me, it's a lot of reading. Whew. And just dumb enough to passively accept all these interestingly shitty jobs with lower pay and lower hours, the reduced benefits, the end of overtime, and the vanishing pension that disappears the minute you go to collect it. And now they're coming for your Social Security money. They want your retirement money. They want it back so they can give it to their criminal friends on Wall Street. And you know something? They'll get it, which they pretty much did. They'll get it all from you sooner or later because they own this fucking place. It's a big club, and you ain't in it. You and I are not in the big club.
Yet.
You're still trying to get in the big club there, Justin?
Why not?
By the way, it's the same big club they use to beat you over the head with all day long when they tell you what to believe. All day long, beating you over the head with their media, telling you what to believe, what to think, what to buy. The table has tilted, folks. The game is rigged, and nobody seems to notice. Nobody seems to care. Good, honest working people, white collar, blue collar, it doesn't matter what color shirt you have on. Good, honest, hardworking people continue. These are the people of modest means continue to elect these rich cocksuckers who don't give a fuck about you. They don't give a he says the F word so many more times, I'm just gonna start bleeping them out. They don't give a bleep about you. They don't give a bleep about you. They don't care about you at all. At all. And nobody seems to notice. Nobody seems to care. That's what the owners count on. The fact that Americans will probably remain willfully ignorant of the big red, white, and blue dick that's jammed up their a-holes every day because the owners of the country know the truth. And if you look at what's going on in Congress right now, that's pretty much the truth because they are fighting with each other instead of fighting for the Americas. The Democrats, who have tried for 4 years to impeach Trump, finally succeeded because of what happened at the Capitol building, which now is coming out even on CNN that Antifa and Black Lives Matter group were involved in that. But they didn't take the time to let the investigation withdraw. They just wanted to impeach Trump so that he couldn't run again because they knew they could not beat him in 4 years without cheating for a second time. That's all I've got for Southern Charm.
I think Jazz,
by the way, that whole thing was from George Carlin. He said that 30 years ago. I'm giving him because he said it. So
you said it 30 years ago?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh. But yeah, Jazz would be really proud of you, I think. You did him well. It was a very controversial, obviously.
I apologize. He said that in 2006, but 14 years ago.
Well, your math isn't the best, but that's okay. He went to Harper Creek.
The way the video looked when I saw it was really old looking. I thought it was maybe in the 80s, but I was wrong. apparently the technology sucked in the 2000s.
Yeah, we're at a rough place as far. I mean, media is cool, but it also hurts, I think, too. But anyway, we'll figure it out. We always do. America, it's what we do. Once we can get out and travel and do stuff again, we'll be happier people anyway. All right, that was Southern Charm, and now it is time for the top 5.
Five.
All right.
Again, no Macho Man.
No. But you can talk about nachos if you want instead of macho. Because we're doing something random and Actually, I had to think about this one a little bit. Top 5 favorite chips.
That was the worst fucking segue ever.
What?
Oh, we can't talk about macho, but we can talk about nacho.
Woo! Nacho cheese. All right. Texas, what are your favorite chips?
All right. So honorable mentions. I am going to throw out there nachos, but that's,
Macho nachos?
I think that counts. Also pretzels.
Oh, yeah.
Number 5 are Pringles.
Ooh, once you pop, the fun don't stop.
I love the original Pringles. Number 4 are the Fun Onions, known as Funyuns.
So fun.
Number 3, cheddar and sour cream Ruffles.
Oh, yeah.
I could pretty much eat a whole bag of those.
Mm.
Number 2, Doritos, original and Cool Ranch. And number 1, I know the bag is mostly 50% air, but I have to go with Lay's original.
Nice. Rick, what about you?
Well, I had to do some thinking about this too, just because I haven't eaten a lot of snack foods lately, so I had to remember what it was I used to eat. So,
apples?
No, I don't even eat that shit.
I like
no,
apples.
Some stuff that I can't find anymore, we'll have to honorable mention those. Apparently they're coming back though. There was the Doritos 3D. They're supposed to be making a comeback though. There was honey mustard pretzels. You can't find those anymore either. Those were the shit back in the day. Anyways, number 5, I'm gonna go with Bugles, especially the nacho cheese ones. Those things are fucking amazing. My number 4, I gotta go with Lay's sour cream and onion chips. My number 3, I also went with Pringles, but I like the pizza ones. My number 2, Muncho chips. For $2 a bag, they are fucking delicious.
Oh, I know shop about that.
But my number 1, I can't find them now, but they are the Ghost Pepper Chips by Packy. I had them once. They were fucking phenomenal. I can't find them again. It's one of those things that you crave and then you can't find it. It's bullshit. But that's my top 5.
All right, nice. Let's see here. Honorable mention. I will go. There's these it's apple straw chips. They're very good. Regular Lay's chips, and I give my honorable mention because when you get French onion dip with them, And then tortilla chips because I like to dip them in salsa. And then number 5, Doritos. Number 4, Cheetos. They rhyme. Isn't that cool? Fritos, Cheetos. I especially like the Cheetos that are like the shapes, like the paw shapes and stuff. Texas, my number 3 is the exact same as yours. The sour cream and onion cheddar cheese and cheddar chips. Those are so delicious.
They are they're very addictive.
Mm-hmm. And my number 2 is the same as yours too. Well, I went Cool Ranch Doritos.
Well, I went original and Cool Ranch.
And I'm all Cool Ranch, especially when you get that one Cool Ranch chip that has all the seasoning on it.
Oh.
But then my favorite's gotta actually be, I really like white cheese puffs. Especially, I don't even know if they make these anymore, but when I was in high school, Nick's parents would always get these white cheese puffs from the health food store, and I call them Cheesy Wheezies. They were just so good. I don't think I've ever had cheese puffs that good since, but there's some white. There's some it's like a healthier one they have that the Cheetos makes. That's pretty good. But anyway, those are my top 5.
You know what's weird?
What?
As much as I like Doritos, for whatever reason, Meyer has an off-brand Dorito that's called Zesty Cheddar. It's like and it's not supposed to be like the red Dorito because they have nacho cheese and they have like a Cool Ranch one, but that zesty cheddar is fucking phenomenal, and I don't know why. But I could, it was on 10 for 10 a couple of weeks ago, and I bought a shit ton of them, and I ate like a whole bag. Maybe it was like a couple months ago, but whatever. I ate a whole bag in like one sitting. They were that good.
Nice.
It just amazes me sometimes how the off-brand stuff tastes better than the regular brand stuff.
Well, Meyer brand stuff tastes good, period. I love their stuff.
I mean, I know a lot of stuff sometimes comes from like the same manufacturer, and they just change
They private label it, yep.
And they change the recipe just slightly, but sometimes that little bit of change is actually better than the original.
I like most Meyer brand things. Their cheese sticks are good. Their eggs, I get eggs from somewhere else now, but their cottage cheese, their mac and cheese, they have good dairy products apparently.
Okay, is that all for top 5? Because he's gonna ramble on about food the rest of the night if we don't stop him.
It's true. It's I think you guys are probably feeling pretty angry right now, aren't you?
Only if you keep talking about food.
I'm angry, and it's time to tell somebody to bite me.
Bite me!
Ah!
Bite me!
No! Bite me!
Bite me! Bite me! Bite me!
Now, it's time for Bite Me! Featuring Ric Spade, J Hizzle, Texas, and Guzzlebird. All right. Take it away, Texas.
All right. Well, I'll go ahead and go first this week. Actually, I'll probably go first, then last again. All right. So, I mentioned it earlier in Southern Charm. The Democrats impeached Trump for supposedly inciting the riots. Now, here are 4 different things that 4 different members of the United States government said during the riots in Portland and Seattle and wherever the hell else they happened. This unrest. Oh, there needs to be unrest in the streets. I don't even know what that bitch's name was. This one is now our vice president. Protesters should not let up. This one is Maxine Waters. If you see anybody from that cabinet in the restaurant, in a department store, in a gas station, you get out and create a crowd and you push back on them and you tell them that they're not welcome anymore anywhere. And then this one was from Nancy Pelosi. I just don't know why there aren't uprising all over this country. Maybe there will be. So if Trump incited a riot by simply saying fight like hell, why are these 4 bitches not being thrown out of Congress or the House or wherever the heck they're parts of the United States government? Because that's inciting riots, if you ask me. Any American who votes for these people should not be allowed to vote anymore because you're obviously mentally challenged. So those 4 bitches can bite me.
Okay. You're going to get bit 4 times. At least. Maybe more.
Well, 3 of them probably have false teeth, so it's not like it matters.
It's kind of funny. I'm going to go a more lighthearted route on this one.
You always do. This is supposed to be a angry, serious
thing, man.
And
This
you always go lighthearted.
This
Mosquitoes, you can bite me.
This will make you angry. I don't know how many fantasy drafts you've done, but man, this happens in hockey. This happens in football fantasy drafts.
J Hizzle, I got a team that I didn't even draft, okay?
Yeah, you didn't have to go through this. You didn't go through what I had to go through. Man, there's nothing worse than you're drafting, right? And you're looking at the list of upcoming players like, okay, I'm definitely going to get this one. And if they're gone, I'm going to take this one. And it's coming close to you. There's 2 more people left. And all of a sudden, the guy you're going to pick is picked off the board. You're like, crap, that's okay. I got my backup plan. And then the next person right before you takes your backup plan. Then it's your turn. You have 60 seconds. Your plan A and plan B are both gone. You know what? Now you're scrambling. Now you're screwed. You're just looking through like, oh, crap. It's like 10-9. It's blinking red. You're like, I just got to pick someone. You just click on someone. And you're like, hopefully they do good. So those people that take my first and second choices right before it's my turn to pick, you can bite me. So awful.
Rick, what you got? Save us from him.
This goes to all the deadbeat parents out there. I'm talking about the ones who decided that drugs were more important than their kids and decided that men are more important than their kids. That if the other parent were to call them and they didn't answer because they were off dicking around for whatever reason, because I know people that are dealing with this kind of shit right now, and it's bullshit. If you are not putting your fucking kids first for whatever reason, you are a fucking loser. You are fucking worthless. You are a piece of shit. Drinking, drugs, alcohol, women, men, whatever the case may be, not worth it. If you're with somebody and they know you have kids, they should know that should be your first priority. And if it's not, you're fucking worthless. So to all you worthless deadbeat parents out there, you can fucking bite me.
Passionate. That's right. Don't be a deadbeat. Don't beat.
Bullshit.
All right.
Bullshit.
Now it's time for Guzzlebird.
Oh, yeah, Guzzlebird. I almost forgot about Guzzlebird because I thought he was hunted, but he's not.
Oh, yeah. So this goes out to the Jazz and fucking Billy Bob because I can't get a hold of Eduardo, damn it. Say you're going out to go snipe hunting, but really you're trying to hunt out my family members, throwing rocks and shit. Yeah, I saw the video. I was here going, Hah! Oh, you got a big one, Jazz. Well, you know what? Maybe I should throw a rock at you. I'm going to be in Tennessee eventually. Yeah. I'm going to put that big ass rock in my mouth and I'm going to fucking chuck it at you. And I'm going to go, ah! So, Jazz, Billy Bob, throwing rocks and bullshit, you can bite me.
Guzzlebird, that was very passionate.
And we're sorry to hear about Eduardo.
He might be
Eduardo.
around, never know.
Eduardo, if you're okay, please call me. Okay. I'll see you guys at Tweets.
All right. Which we're almost to tweets, but first off, what's that?
Wait. Didn't you have another bite me?
I got all my anger out on that one.
Okay. Fair enough.
Cue the plane. It's Rick's segment.
I think Jazz hit it with a rock because it didn't come over here yet.
Okay. We're going to talk about something serious for a moment. Let's talk about finances, shall we?
Oh, yeah. That's what I was going to talk about.
Now, as many of you should have by now, because it is now the 15th, you should have received your stimulus check.
And if you didn't...
And if you didn't, you should be able to get it with your tax return.
Nice job.
So, with that being said, with the stimulus coming up and the tax returns coming up, I know as many people want to buy their Xboxes and their PlayStations and their big TVs and whatever else they want to do. I'm going to give you some pro tips on some things you can do to help better your life. Now,
is one of them buy a bearded dragon? If not, I'm in trouble.
No, but I'm going to let you splurge for once. So you're okay.
For once?
I don't... J Hizzle, most of my money goes to my kids. I don't get to splurge very often.
I'm just playing, dog. Come on.
Okay, so let's start with pro tip number 1. How many of you guys have streaming services? Netflix, Hulu,
Me. Well,
any of those?
just Netflix. Technically Amazon Prime, but it comes with
Amazon Prime. Well, if you're someone like me who has pretty much all of them, I have Netflix, I have Hulu, I have Funimation, I have WWE Network. Here's a pro tip. If you get one of those cards, because some of them are $5.99, $7.99, whatever it is, you don't realize that racks up. So by the time you get done, you've spent $300-$400 on fucking streaming services for a whole year.
Oh.
So here's pro tip. Bundle that shit. Hulu, Disney Plus, and ESPN is $12.99 a month. Go buy a card. Fucking pay the whole thing for a year. Then you ain't got to worry about it. There's money in your pocket right there. You're saving $12.99 a month. Hulu, $5.99 if you have the commercial one. Right there, you're saving about $59. Netflix ranges anywhere from $6.99 to $12.99. Again, you're saving another $120. Bundle that shit. Do it all in advance. Then you ain't got to worry about it. Then you don't have to worry, should I pay the water bill or do I want to watch Netflix?
One of those should be more important.
Netflix.
Yeah, but you know, some people have different priorities than others. But yeah, I like to do some of my shit in advance. I usually buy a 3-month card or a 12-month card, or last year I bought my entire Funimation, and that's one of the things that I watch the most of right now. So there's pro tip number 1. Pro tip number 2. Look at your credit cards. Now, if you've just recently had a credit card, because, you know, we just went through Christmas time, do not pay that thing off right away. That will hurt your credit score. The best thing to do, save up just enough to at least make 6 months worth of payments to pay it off. Because you want at least 6 months of paying it on time to help your credit score.
Is this like your first credit card?
Any credit card. If you have a credit card and you immediately pay it off, like if you just got a credit card, brand new credit card, and you just paid it off, it's going to hurt your credit score. But if you at least have 6 months of activity on that card and then you completely pay it off, don't close it. But if you at least pay it off, it helps increase your credit score. So that's number 2.
I'm not sure J Hizzle agrees with that one by the look on his face.
It's true though. You can disagree.
That if you open a credit card, it will hurt your credit score.
Opening any type of credit card and having any type of balance on it will hurt your credit score. But if you pay it off, it actually, or right away, instead of at least making payments on it, it hurts more than just making 6 months worth of payments and then paying it off.
I don't know. It just depends on the circumstance. But anyway, keep going.
Believe me, I know from experience. Some of the other things you can do. Maybe you have property taxes. You can actually pay your property taxes in advance. So maybe you know that your summer's 666 and your winter's 136. Pay that shit in advance. Then you ain't got to worry about it for a whole year. That's $800 that you won't have to take out for next tax time. And then guess what? You got 2 years worth of stuff. Now you got that $800 for next time. So, pro tip number 3.
Unless your property taxes skyrocket like ours did where I'm at. Oh, tell ya.
See, I'm in the city, and my taxes never change. It's always somewhere between like 169 and 666 for one or the other. It hasn't really increased or decreased.
Speaking of 3, the Avalanche are up 3-0.
They're up 4-0.
They just scored 3. I didn't see the 4th one.
So
Yeah, it's 4-0 with 1:13 to go.
See, I wasn't paying attention. Well, not to the game, anyways.
Well, neither am I. I just happened to look up. And finally, make those repairs that you've been wanting to do on your home. Maybe you have some plumbing issues. Maybe you're trying to build a room. Any little thing you do to your house increases that property value. Maybe you want to sell your home eventually. Maybe you want to take a loan out. Any of that kind of stuff It's going to increase the value. So use it. It's a wise investment. And those are my pro investment tips.
Nice. I like you looking in the finance world and getting savvy. That's a topic that I think a lot of people really don't know a lot about.
Even
Especially-
though he might not agree with your credit card one, but
Well, let me put it to you like this. This year, I paid my truck off. I will have paid both my credit cards off in February. The only things I will have to pay are utility bills and my property taxes, which I'm paying my property taxes too. And I will still have about
That's
$6
good.
grand left. So, with that being said, I think I'm doing all right.
Probably more than all right.
Oh, I own my house too.
Great.
I own my house too. So, just remember that, ladies, there are some guys that, work hard, have their 9-to-5 job or 40-hour a week job, doing stuff like grocery work, and can still pay stuff off and take care of themselves. And, they're not depending on their woman to pay all their shit for them.
That's a thing.
Yeah. There's those deadbeat guys that stay at home
Oh,
and
that's
play
what we're
video
getting
games
at.
all day.
Yeah. Unless they're really good at video games, then they might make
hey, don't attack people who play video games.
all day. All day,
All
he
day.
said.
Oh, okay.
I'm
You-
talking about the ones that refuse to work but send their woman to work and then expect to pay stuff.
And they have the elusive sugar mama.
Yeah.
The fact you know what sugar mama is kind of astonishing, J Hizzle.
I've
He knew
heard.
what bestiality was, so I mean,
I've heard of the sugar mama. I don't know if
He-
I've encountered
he-
one.
He's on the lookout for the elusive sugar mama.
It's like the elusive sugar mama. All right, Rick, that was a good segment. I enjoyed it. But you know what? It's time for some tweets of the week. Oh man, what do you call a sleeping girlfriend? Anything you want. She can't hear you.
I have two dad jokes for you as well.
oh, for the love of Jesus.
Guess what? Today I'm starting Diarrhea Awareness Week. Runs until next Friday. Get it?
Gross.
Where do keys on a keyboard go to have a good time? They go to the space bar. This one can almost go with Jurassic Park. I always buy my weapons from a guy called T-Rex. He's a small arms dealer. Yes, I like that one so much.
That's the first
Oh,
funny one
man.
you've told in a while. Good job.
What?
So that's
You
the
said that's the
funny-
first.
Oh, you like that? You thought it was funny. All right. My boss is threatening to fire the employee with the worst posture. I have a hunch it might be me. Does I have a hunch?
All right, one more, and then we'll tell my two.
All right. One more. This is a good one to end on. All right. Just found out my uncle is addicted to Viagra. My aunt has been taking it hard.
That was a good one for you to end on.
That was pretty good. All right.
Okay. Why does the Norway Navy have barcodes on the side of their ships?
So they can scan.
So when they come back to port, they can Scandinavian.
Nice.
And I saw this one earlier and I really liked it. What's a ninja's favorite drink?
Ninja warrior drink.
Wata!
What? That's pretty good too. Man, we're killing it with the dad jokes today. Well, apparently, Joe Biden is talking to Arnold. But first, just a quick tweet from Joe. He said, "We not only have an economic imperative to act now, we have a moral obligation. In this pandemic in America, we cannot let people go hungry. We cannot let people get evicted. We cannot watch nurses and educators lose their jobs. We must act." All right, let's open stuff up, baby. Woo! I don't know if that's what he's getting at, but you know. And then Arnold said, It was fantastic to talk to President-elect Joe Biden today about bringing the country back together. I'm here to help in any way I can. Can you imagine, though, like if Arnold was meeting with Joe Biden and then they were going to go fly somewhere, and as they walk out to the back, Arnold would be like, get to the chopper. Good stuff. And then obviously Trump can't tweet, but
Actually, I heard they let him back on Twitter.
really?
I don't know if that's just something I heard. I don't know if that's true or not.
Here's a throwback tweet. I don't know if this was real or not. This apparently is from, I think, like many years ago, from September 11th. I would like to extend my best wishes to all, even the haters and losers, on this special day, September 11th. Even the haters and losers. I don't know if he's talking about like the other countries or just, I don't know. But yeah, that's just very interesting. Although Trump has been calling for unity and said he wants to have no more violence and he wants to have a peaceful transfer of power. So at least he gets it that, he even admitted that he takes some responsibility for what happened. Obviously he didn't directly tell him to go do that, but that he brought everyone to the location and stuff. So, but all right, those are my tweets of the week. Bum 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 bum. Guzzle bird, what's the Jurassic Park word?
Believe it or not, they've only done like one good tweet this week, so I'm going to read that one. But first, a joke.
A joke.
How are women like hurricanes?
They rock you.
Wrong.
No.
They come in nasty and wet and leave with your house and car.
Here I am. I'll rock you like a hurricane. Okay.
All right, one more. What does a pedophile and SpongeBob have in common?
We have nothing in common.
Are you ready, kids?
Oh, you're talking about the TV show itself.
I missed it because my computer froze. What was it?
Do you need the whole joke or
no? Just the punchline.
Are you ready, kids?
Ah, okay.
Listen to Pineapple Under the Sea.
All right. Since there wasn't a lot going on in Jurassic Park, I'm going to read one of those, and then I'm going to my buddy Al Snow. Haha, yes, we just made a cat girl, and all the dinosaurs obey her like a god.
All the dinosaurs are wild.
So, while I get these two Al Snow ones up, I just want to point out, I posted them on Ric Spade's Facebook, and then he has to tag the one. So, I think we're going to be best friends. Yep.
Best friends.
All right.
You think you and Al Snow are gonna be? Or you think Ric Spade and Guzzlebird are gonna be best friends? Gosh dang it, Al Snow. Excuse me, I'm tired.
Yep. All right. Here's my two Al Snow tweets. LOL. Have you ever sneezed into your mask? It feels much like shitting your pants. That's fair. The other day, I sneezed in my mask. There was snot everywhere. I was like, oh, shit. It's like gooey and whatnot. It was more like I jizzed in my pants, but you know what I mean. Anyways. And finally, I tried to change my password to penis, but the computer said it was too short, and Jessica just laughed and laughed. You get it, J Hizzle? Because his penis is short, and so is his password.
Oh. Why are we making fun of his short password? Well, we should, because it's not very protective.
Like a condom. Short penis. All right, those are my tweets. So take it away, Ric Spade. It's the Urban Dictionary episodes of the week. Take it away, Texas.
The Urban Dictionary definition of the week is brought to you by Dirty Rib Job Grill Seasoning. You can get it in the original Dirty Rib Job, the spicy Dirty Sanchez, or the fish seasoning for the upcoming Lent, the Dirty Trouser Trout. Available on SD.com.
It's ETSY.com. Make sure, I'll tell you right now, I want to get some ordered here soon so I can have a 30-inch rib job.
J Hizzle,
Yo, yo, yo.
can you tell me what abyssal diving is?
Abyssal diving?
Yep, abyssal diving.
This sounds very interesting. I'm thinking this is not in any way, shape, or form dirty at all. A lot of housewives or house dads, house husbands like to do this to get an adrenaline rush.
I bet you the house husbands do.
And the wives too. It depends. So you know how there's people they're stay-at-home dads or moms, or maybe they just stay at home, and so they do a lot of cleaning with their abyssal vacuum, right? But they're also enthusiasts. They really want to go skydiving, and so what they do is, because they love their abyssal vacuum so much, this is very rare. Not too many people do this, but there's a few housewives and house husbands, and so what they do is they're like, all right, I'm going to take my favorite abyssal vacuum and I'm going to go up in a plane. And so they fly up on the plane, right? And so they have the guy with the parachute attached to the guy or gal who then is attached to their abyssal, their vacuum cleaner. And then what they do is they go skydiving. Woo! They're diving down with their abyssal and they pretend that they're like a witch or a wizard flying on their magical broomstick, except for instead of a broomstick, it's more modern. It's a vacuum. So they're on their abyssal and they're skydiving, and they call that abyssal diving.
What in the sweet baby Jesus fuck are you talking about?
I'm talking about skydiving with your vacuum.
What kind of stupid fucking monkey shit is that?
I don't know. It's very rare.
It's also very wrong.
We just read about someone that blew bubbles inside of a big bubble for a world record. Come on. Someone's got to be abyssal diving.
Abyssal diving is when someone takes a dive into someone super ginormous, super fat woman / monster into her vagina and just gets swallowed up like a vortex whirlpool.
Interesting. Very different than my version.
Oh, you mean it's very different than going skydiving with your vacuum cleaner?
Yeah, that sounds more fun.
I gotta scrub my brain now.
Oh, you're gonna get a COVID test?
But guys, we can't just have one definition.
Oh, sweet Jesus. It's the bonus Urban Dictionary definition of the week. Take it away, Texas.
Reminder, the Urban Dictionary and bonus Urban Dictionary are both brought to you by Dirty Rib Job Grill Seasoning. You can get it in the original Dirty Rib Job, that's rib, R-I-B, the spicy Dirty Sanchez, or the fish seasoning, the Dirty Trouser Trout. Dirty Rib Job, available on ST.com. That's ESTY.com, right? Is that how you spell it?
ETSY.com.
Okay, I'm glad you spelled it because I can't spell it. Just remember, when you type it in the search bar, do not click on dirty panties. You'll come away with the pink eye and then an STD. Can either of you tell me what a dirty squirrel is?
I have an idea.
Go ahead.
So, a dirty squirrel. Well, there's two. There's a literal one. The literal dirty squirrel is just a squirrel that's been like around the mud and rolling around, and he's all muddy. But however, a dirty squirrel is similar to, you're like, oh, that's a dirty, dirty girl, or a dirty guy. It's a dirty, dirty squirrel. So it's a squirrel that will hold his acorn in his hand, and he will watch other squirrels do the deed, if you know what I mean. while shaking his acorn in his hand. And he's addicted to watching other squirrels. It's similar to porn. It's like squirrel porn, except for they don't have TVs, so he's watching in real life while he strokes his acorn.
It's a squirrel cuckold. It's a squirrel
He basically
cuckold.
just said it's a squirrel cuckold, man. Jeez.
That's just. I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
He strokes his acorn while watching two other squirrels bang. Oh man.
Oh, sweet baby Jesus.
Do you have a guess after that one, Rick?
You might.
So, yep, I sure do.
He does.
So, you know how people taxidermy things? So, it's when somebody taxidermies a squirrel. So then you got a stuffed squirrel, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you have a chick over, and she's really into like weird fetishy shit. And she's
Like
into
skydiving with a vacuum.
not even close.
Okay.
But then she's like, stick something in my ass. So then you take that taxidermied squirrel, and you just shove it up in there. And maybe she hasn't wiped it a little bit. So when you pull it out, it's a little more dirtier than it was. Dirty squirrel.
Wow.
Sometimes I don't know about you two.
Yeah, I don't know either. That was intense.
Dirty squirrel. A two-legged female that scavenges for nuts and often displays moral inconsistencies.
Well, similar to mine, I guess.
How was that similar to squirrels like to watch other squirrels get off and jack up its acorn?
Oh, moral inconsistencies.
Basically, you described a squirrel cuckold.
Oh man.
Oh man, look at those other two squirrels. I love to watch.
Oh man.
I don't
When
know.
you're a kid and you want to go wee, but you ain't got drugs yet, hang on to your life. Your little gonads and strife, gonads and strife, gonads and strife. Gonads
Alrighty
the
then.
lightning, and the lightning.
Well-
wee.
We go from that to the words of wisdom to close out our show.
All right, yes. I always like how we go to like a low and then we bring everyone up and get high again.
I know tweets are so low, and then I bring them up with Urban Dictionary.
No, that's not. I meant because, yeah. Okay, I guess I'm gonna do a classic that I've probably done before, and I'm gonna say it again and again because it's one of my favorites. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Wayne Gretzky.
The great
Just love
Michael
that
Scott.
Well, yeah, he took that from Wayne Gretzky, but it's just such a great quote because it's true. Basically, it's saying, think of it, and it's a hockey game. If you don't take the shot, you're not going to score. So that's why you need to take shots in life because you're going to miss 100% of the time if you don't try. Even if you're like, there's a 99.9% chance I'm not going to be able to do, even if you feel that way, you still got to go for it because otherwise there's a 100% chance. And then this is one that someone posted, and I liked it, so I'm going to share it. Life without adventure is like pizza without cheese. Can you imagine, unless you're like lactose intolerant? I mean, pizza without cheese, just, I love the cheese. It's my favorite part of the pizza. And that's why I love adventure. Life and adventure. Anyway, so those are two very simple quotes, but very important. They have a lot of meaning. And I will let Ric Spade go next.
All right. This one comes from the great Mr. Feeney.
Oh, yes, great.
If you let people's perception of you dictate your behavior, you'll never grow as a person. And then this is your life. Deal with your life. Those are my words of wisdom for this week.
All right, so I have one that's not really a word of wisdom, but kind of goes with Southern charm, and then my bite me, and then one word of wisdom. In 1947, Congress passed the 22nd Amendment, limiting the president to 2 terms. They said too much power for too long is a great threat to our freedom. It's time to limit Congress for the same reason. And then my one word of wisdom. If you don't let the past die, it won't let you live.
That's a good one. I like it.
So, with that being said, we would like to thank you for joining us for the Poddamn Idiotz Podcast. You can find us on Facebook. Yeah, Facebook, YouTube. Oh, God, can I redo that?
You can.
We're still live.
We're not live. We record this shit.
Yeah, but
That's
you
true.
think I'm going to edit this out? It's funnier that you fucked up.
That's not nice.
We're on YouTube? What's that thing called again?
We're on mic.
We're on Face Snap and
Tube chat. Oh, man. We're just like everywhere. You can even find us on like Amazon Music and the Apple Store because I'm surprised they haven't censored us yet.
Oh, that's coming. Come on, let me pop this back. I'm trying to get the script up because I don't remember what to say.
We don't use a script. Don't be fooled. Don't be fooled. He meant in his head. He's trying to like get it in his head, ready to go.
Screw it.
I mean, think of all the times you've heard our outro. Does it sound the exact same every time?
Pretty much.
It's very different each and every time.
Do you need a little help from your friends?
No, I got it. Thank you for joining us at the Poddamn Idiotz Podcast. Please subscribe and share our YouTube page and like our episodes and videos at the Poddamn Idiotz Podcast. And please like, subscribe, and download our show at the Poddamn Idiotz Podcast on Podbean, Apple, Google, Spotify, TuneIn, Podchaser. Give us a 5-star review, even though I don't know how to freaking remember things. You can tweet us at Poddamn Ric Spade, Poddamn Texas. That's this idiot right here. Poddamn Idiotz P1, and our email is the Poddamn Idiotz Podcast at outlook.com. And share it with your friends, family, your creepy neighbor, your pastor, your tattoo artist, your Uber driver, your Door Dasher, your coworkers, even though they might think you're a crazy person for listening to us, your crush, your mom's hot friend, your friend with benefits, your bank teller, a stripper, your bartender. Shout it on the streets while you're protesting. And tell your TikTok followers to check out the Poddamn Idiotz Podcast.
I'm J Hizzle from the Poddamn Idiotz Podcast.
And I'm Ric Spade.
And if you enjoyed this video, please hit the subscribe button to my right.
And maybe you want to see an older episode. See what we've been doing. I'm not sure why you'd start here, but maybe you haven't. Check out the video on the left. Check it out. Poddamn Idiotz Podcast.
Thank you.